Gotta get more followers.
Everyone, today going to be talking about Tradeify. I'm going to take a look through their site, go over what they have to offer, the pros, the cons, what do I think of it? Tradeify, the latest entrant in the straight-to-funded realm of futures funding companies, guys, but they offer more than just that, so they got quite a bit to offer. Let's get to it. First things first, as always, my website, CanadianFuturesTrader.ca or just CFT.ca. The latest, greatest trader evaluation, deals, promos, free education. Am I remiss for not mentioning that? Promo alerts, sign up for promo alerts, get them right to your inbox. Tons of articles, guys. Come check out all the resources if you want to learn more about trading. 100% free. I do not charge for anything. Guys, Tradeify, front and center, though, on the main page. Got it. I think that tips my hat. I like what they're offering. So, guys, use code CFT. Currently 50% off as I record this video, but I know the sale is scheduled to end in a couple days. So, not sure what the sale will be after that, but that code works on the straight-to-funded accounts. Or, if you're so inclined, they also have just regular evaluation accounts. We're going to look at all of it right now. So guys, as I mentioned, Tradeify, newer company, but been in the development for well over a year. And that's going to be evidenced by a few things that I'm going to point out here. They're able to offer traders something that a lot of the new companies, or I should say all of the new companies, aren't able to offer in terms of software availability and payment options. So two key things to having a business, I think. But let's get to that in a little bit. So first things first, let's just go through it. I want to show you just quickly what accounts they have and kind of the pros and cons, who might be attracted to what account. So they have 3 account sizes, a 50K, a 100K, and a 150K. And then within each of those kind of columns, if you will, they have 2 different types of evaluations, or you can just skip the evaluation, go straight to the funded. Obviously, that costs a bit more. Now, I already mentioned, the 50% off works with all of this. So, for example, when you see prices like $6.99 and think CFT, that's quite a bit of money. 50% off, $350, skip the evaluation, not so bad. I will mention, and guys, we will actually get on track here and kind of go through each one. But one big perk to the straight to funded, I'm obviously leaning that way, is it's literally one-time fee and that's it. Whereas with evaluations, you might have to reset, all that type of stuff. There's usually activation fees. We see that down here, all that. I do want to point this out. It says like $6.99 or $3.50 after using CFT per year. I was told by the founder, no, it's not per year. That's just kind of a quirk in the integrated billing system. It had to show like something like per whatever. You won't be charged per year. It's just a one-time fee on these. Evaluations are per month, though. That's kind of standard in the evaluation world. So, guys, let's go to it. And I clicked on the 150 because that's always what I am most interested in. So, essentially what you have in the evaluation side is you have a trailing drawdown versus an end-of-day drawdown when you compare them to, say, other companies. So, yes, a little bit cheaper here. Well, a lot cheaper, I would say, almost basically half the price for this one. And these are all 150s. Keep that in mind. But this one has the trailing drawdown. So when it says drawdown mode intraday, that means it has a trailing drawdown. Doesn't work for everybody. Depends on your trading style and what you like to do. You can pass in one day. I'll just point that out. Either account size. This one, there is a cheaper reset fee than this one, but you also do have an activation fee. So, this is going to be your more cheaper get in. You use your 50%, you pay $115 for a 150K account. You give it a go. If you have to reset, it's $99. And then once passed, you are on the hook for a $125 activation fee. Contrast that with this one, which is the end of day drawdown account. Pay a bit more upfront. So what's that? About $220 after the 50% discount. Same profit targets, same number of contracts, all that. I'm kind of skipping over that type of stuff. There is a daily loss limit on this one, and drawdown mode is end of day, though. More favorable there. Pass on one day. No activation fee, though. So you're kind of paying upfront to cover the activation fee. If you screw it up, though, you're going to be paying a hefty activation fee on this. So let's do some quick math. Assume you sign up And again, we're focused, guys, just here on the 2 evaluations. I'm honestly far more interested in the straight to funded, but I think it's worth walking through the evaluation options. Let's walk through the math on these. So 230, use a coupon, 50% off. Yes, I know it's not always going to be 50% off, but right now it is. So 115, you pass, you're going to have to pay your 125. So you're looking at $240 all in for the evaluation and then the activation fee. So 240, keep that in mind. Over here, you pay half of this, which is 220. Again, we're assuming no resets, no activation. This one honestly works out cheaper, guys, in the end. So comes to evaluations, myself, if you're going the evaluation route, personally, I would lean towards this one. Yes, more upfront, but slightly cheaper. But as well, hey, I know not everyone, wants to fork out several $100s right out of the gate. So if you want to test it, make sure you're good, go the cheaper route, then pay the activation fee. It ultimately doesn't add up to that much more. Now, straight to funded, you're skipping all this nonsense. You're skipping the evaluations, any potential resets, activations. You just run right into the straight to, it does mention sim funded. I typically just say straight to funded. It is sim funded. That's pretty standard with pretty much every single firm out there. Now with this, there is a road to a fully live funded account where really your potential is kind of uncapped. So that's why I tend to lean more towards these. Again, I know it's a big amount, 700. You use your 50% coupon. So sure, even at 350, going to cost you a bit more than either of these 2 options, but there is a kind of a more clear path straight to a live account and uncapped payouts. So guys, hopefully that's all clear as mud. I know it's a little bit confusing. Basically, trailing drawdown, end of day drawdown, skip the evaluations, go straight to funded. Choose the one that works best for you in terms of your trading style. On the straight to funded, you do get a little bit more favorable conditions, if you will. You get a $7,500 trailing drawdown, whereas you only get $5,000 and $4,500 over here. You're still getting the end of day drawdown, which is fantastic overall. And then we'll get to it, but basically they do payouts twice a month, so beginning of the month and kind of mid-month. And as long as you trade 10 days in between them, you are eligible for a payout. There is a consistency target. I'll just cover it now. So basically whatever, and they actually have a great example in their facts. I will probably show you that, just beat it dead. But whatever amount of profits you have, no more than 20% of that can come from one single day. So let's say you have $10,000 in profits. You wouldn't want any single day to be greater than $2,000. If it is, no big deal. You just have to make more profits till you get that $2,000 under 20%. Reasons for it, I know a lot of people don't like it, but it keeps out the kind of YOLO traders who just go for a huge home run and then just do nothing the rest of the days. That's kind of, unfortunately, the way the industry has had to go because of people taking advantage of firms. And as well, it demonstrates to the company that you are a consistent trader. Like I said, this account leads to a path to a fully funded live, not sim, but full live account. But they only want to do that and partner with people who can show they are actual, good traders, great traders. I will say I personally have never had a problem with consistency targets. I mean, you have 10-day minimum trading, and as long as you're not over 20%, to me, not a big deal. I'm not taking big, huge swings in the treasuries. I'm either up some or I'm down a little bit, but I never have some crazy out of control day. So this suits me well. Guys, let's move on and let's talk about some more stuff. So then they kind of go through all the stuff I just rambled about in probably a far more concise way. So you might want to take a look at that as well. Link down below, I should mention, to Tradeify. Or you can just go to tradeify.cft.ca. Here's all the stuff you can trade. They do offer Bitcoin. Not all firms offer that. They have some of the facts on here. But guys, I think we all, in general, we all understand the industry at this point, right? There's no crazy, anything coming out of left field. I would say the skip the evaluation straight to funded is the pretty newest thing. So we are on to the next thing, which I think is fantastic. So I mentioned this company has been in the works for well over a year, and this is one of the things that demonstrate this. They are partnered with Tradovate. Now, it is not easy to get partnered with Tradovate. You'll notice that basically none of the other new firms this year are with Tradovate, at least that I know of. Reason is it takes a bit of work to get partnered with Tradovate. It is I would consider Tradovate kind of a premier, a better, data feed and account system than Rithmic. A lot of problems with Rithmic. Just today, I literally saw people complaining about Rithmic problems. I've seen it almost every day. But so Tradeovate's definitely a premium stream. And with Tradovate, you're going to be able to use Ninjatrader. You can use the Tradovate platform. They also offer the ability to plug into Tradingview. And of course, you can use Tradovate with outside third-party software like Jigsaw Day Trader, like I use. So hopefully this isn't lost on people. This is actually really important. All the new firms, Ninjatrader basically cut off all new firms this year and said, no, you're no longer getting a free ride using Ninjatrader for free with Rithmic, all that. But with Tradovate, and Tradovate was bought out by Ninjatrader, they're all one and the same now. Yeah, you do get access to the Ninjatrader platform. So that's a big perk to this. I wanted to point that out. So they mentioned follow us on X. This reminds me of one other thing. They have a Discord coming. I was told even in the next few days. Not available yet, so I can't give you a link for it, but certainly when it's available, you will find me on there as well. You can ask your questions, post your wins, talk trading, all the cool stuff that happens in Discord. I suspect it will be far more professionally run than some other unnamed Discords, which are horrible to look at, I will say. And make you question the company. But anyways, follow them on X. And then, of course, follow them on Discord when it's available, and they'll have it on their site and all of that. There is one other big benefit to this that I want to point out compared to other newer firms. So let's get to that right now. So I'm going to choose the straight to funded 150K account to show you what it is. Okay, guys, so when you select an account and your name is CFT.ca, of course, you're going to apply a code and you're going to use CFT, of course, your favorite treasury trader. There's your 50% off, so literally $350. Here's the big perk, guys, and if you don't know what it is, I'm going to flat out tell you. You can pay with your credit card. A lot of the new firms these days don't offer this ability. They're having troubles getting credit card processors to partner with them. Another area where, because Tradeify has been in the works for over a year, they kind of set up their business properly before launching, where a lot of the new firms just launched first and then tried to figure out stuff. And, in some cases it's working, in most cases it's not. I still stand by the fact that I think a lot of the new firms are going to fail this year. Tradeify, not one. They really are taking a strong, sensible business approach to this. So you can pay with your credit card, and don't take that for granted in the funded future space these days, I will say. So definitely a perk. So between the Tradovate and being able to use Ninjatrader and Tradingview and all that stuff, and being able to just sign up with a credit card like a normal person in the real world, two fantastic just kind of operational things, if you will, there, aside from the plans and the funding and all that type of stuff. So I wanted to point that out because I think it's important. So guys, let's take a look at their facts. I wanted to just go through a few more things like payout schedule and all that type of stuff. So you can come to their knowledge base. You guys can read through it as good as I can. When it comes to the evaluation stuff, it's pretty standard. There's really no oddball catches. We all know how evaluations work. So the straight to funded is where you are paying a little bit more, but you skip that evaluation. I think we covered that. Consistency rule, let's look at this again. So I will mention, if you go the evaluation route, so you do an evaluation pass and then get a funded account, it's a 35% consistency rule. So more favorable, right? No one day can be greater than 35% of your profits. They give an example. You have 10K in profit. One day is 4,000. That's more than 35%. You're going to have to trade till you get a little bit more profit. So this is less than 35. That's great. So you might be thinking CFT, it's 35% if I go the evaluation route. And again, this is once you pass the evaluation, and there's no consistency rule in the evaluation. It's once you get your sim funded account via the evaluation. But it's 20% if you go straight to funded, which, on first glance would be, oh, well, that's less favorable. That's a little bit more difficult. Like, why? The CFT, why on earth would I do that? Well, the big difference will be down the road when it comes to payouts. Straight to funded, you are given, so again, I'm not going to read everything for you guys. So you receive 100% of the first 15K, 90% thereafter. You can have up to 5 accounts. You have to meet a minimum balance of, again, in a 50K account, 52,600, and then, you can request paid out twice a month, 20% consistency rule, blah, 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 1st to 4th, 15th to 18th for payouts, all that type of stuff. So Your first 6 payouts are capped, but this is both on the, if you go evaluation to fund it or just straight to fund it. Same case. In the evaluation to fund it, it's a slightly different schedule. It like ramps up more, whereas this one's more of a stair step. It's like 2, 2, 2, 25, 25, 25. I really should focus on the 150K since that's what we were looking at. But same thing, 3, 3, 3, 35, 35, 35. But after, you'll notice here, after your 5th or 6th payout, they will determine whether to move you to a fully live account. So at that point, full on live account, if you know you're out there trading real funds, my guess would be, and again, they would work with each trader, so it'd be more of a custom type of thing. My guess would be there's no limit there, because if you win, they win, right? You make $100,000, they get 10% of that. They get $10,000. So there would be no limit there. So your first 6 withdrawals, 3 months, withdraw twice a month, are capped. But thereafter, you'd be looking at getting moved to a fully live account, and you're off to the races. So again, why I went down this road was, you guys were asking CFT, the 20% thing. Why wouldn't I just go the other route, pass an evaluation, go to fund it, and then like my consistency rule is a little bit easier. That would be, so it's the same thing in terms of the 100% of first 15, then 90, 5 accounts, blah, blah, blah. Minimum balance, first and 15th, all that type of stuff. 35% consistency rule, so that is more favorable. Here's where I mentioned it's more of a gradual climb rather than a stair step on the withdrawals, but similar amounts. It's not crazily out of proportion. The difference here, though, is that there are limits. So after your 6th withdrawal, your maximum withdrawal amount is $25K per account. So you're kind of capped in that regard. So if you really are in it for the long haul, you plan on making some real money, there's no road to a live, full-on live account when you go evaluation and then the sim funded. Whereas if you just go straight to funded, after 3 months, you're looking at getting moved into a live account. And like I said, you're off to the races. So another reason to kind of think about paying that little bit extra up front, it unlocks a lot of potential down the road. Anyways, I've kind of said my piece on that, but still people can choose what's best for them. How do I get my first payout? So another area, guys, they are partnered with Rise. I know quite a few of the firms are these days, but I know some of the newer ones weren't at first. They're doing things manually, all that. These guys, Tradeify, have it set up. Again, professionally run, didn't actually launch until they were ready to launch. That was one of my biggest gripes with some competitors, was just it's still like a bit of a clusterfuck. So, I come from an extensive business background, chief financial officer for several startups, several public companies. I like to do things a little bit more organized and kind of by the books when it comes to running a business. So I feel like Tradeify kind of matches well with that. All right, guys, I don't know that I have much more to say about them. So, quick recap. If you're still here, thanks for hanging on. Great option. Like I said, they have the evaluation side covered if you want to go the evaluation route. I think most people will focus on the straight to funded out of one, the bigger, potential down the road. 2, save yourself the evaluation, for a few extra bucks. You also, you get a little bit better conditions here with the trailing drawdown. And then regardless of what route you go, you're getting Tradovate. You can use your Ninjatrader, your Tradingview, your Tradovate platform, whatever you choose. Good feed, stable, far more reliable than Rithmic. You can sign up with a credit card, no problemo. And just to reiterate, only because it's sitting here right in front of me, this isn't per year. This is like a one-time fee. This will be fixed at some point, but don't worry, that's not per year. And that's about all I got to say, guys. I'm excited to see another firm come through with the straight to funded valuations, and for them to be really kind of ready to take on the world. They've been, guys, honestly, they've been around for a bit. They just launched the straight to funded. That's part of the 50% off deal, is why they're running the big discount, and have been really successful so far, guys. A ton of people signing up, a lot of people asking about Tradeify. You guys know I don't endorse just every new firm that comes along. I know it feels like lately there's been a couple, but there's been a few good ones. But leading up to this, there's been quite a few, and guys, there's still more firms coming. I promise you. I hear these things I already know. I get approached by firms. Will you endorse this? Blah, 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 blah. And I tell them no if I'm not interested in them. I usually like for companies to launch and let me see at least what they have to offer and how they behave in the market before even thinking about endorsing them. But Tradeify is one that I was like, all right, you know what? They're doing good business. They're good people. I've talked to the founder extensively. I think you guys are pretty safe and in great hands with Tradeify. So that's it. Will I be signing up? Yes, at some point, guys. I have my hands full right now on accounts, but I'm certainly willing to sign up and trade with Tradeify as well. And I will mention, so again, if you're watching this way in the future, I apologize, but if you're watching this now in September 2024, I'm going to be doing a series of giveaways with Tradeify. I have 9 accounts to give away, and I'm not going to be doing it all in one big giveaway. I'm going to be doing it in a couple of different giveaways. So look out for those. I'm not going to give you any details here. Those at the first giveaway will be coming up pretty soon, and I'll be giving out a mix of evaluations and also the straight to funded accounts, guys. So it's going to be exciting. So I'm excited to work with Tradeify. These are exciting times in the industry for us, guys. Guys, I want to wish you the best. Thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to go to my site. At a minimum, sign up for the promo alerts, guys. You'll get a cool email from me on things like, hey guys, Tradeify, here's 50% off. Get in, quick. Sale ends tomorrow. You know, maybe you didn't see this video. Well, now you would know if you signed up for trader evaluation promo emails. On that note, guys, thanks so much for watching, and catch you in the next video, cool cats.
No.